YouTube, Warstu here with my video breakdown review for American Horror Story Season 6, Episode 7. What the fuck just happened? So this season has just gone from being mediocre, meh, okay, to like what the fuck, potentially could be the best season, but there's only 3 episodes left. So we already know the ending of this series, which is going to be everyone's dead except for one person. So last episode they threw you a bone in terms of making you watch the rest of the season by telling you there's only going to be one sole survivor, but they're not going to let you on to who that could be. So the empathy of this whole episode was to let people like Audrey, etc., so the people that don't believe that the Roanoke is true, is to make them believe that it's really real and that people are really dying. So the last episode ended with Rory, aka Evan Peters, dying. His wife, who kind of made some kind of comments about her being too old for him, she realises in this episode, after she sees his blood dripping onto her, that he's actually dead, and then she finally realises that the Roanoke was real in the first place, but only the original cast thought it was real. So what's interesting about this episode is Sydney was killed, the person filming him was killed, the assistant was killed, all right at the start of the episode, which is like, what the fuck? I did not think he'd actually be killed until the end of the season, which is only 3 episodes away. So them 3 were killed. The butcher, Kathy Bates, I've spoken with other people, a partner about this, and we've come to the conclusion that she was possessed by the person who Lady Gaga is playing, I don't think they've actually announced her name, but I'm pretty sure she was possessed. She was possessed when she went crazy in Hollywood, I'm pretty sure, and that's why she's been keeping on this acting role all the way through. And then she kind of feels sorry that she killed the assistant, because she mentioned she had a kid and she liked her. So it's interesting that, and then she tries to kill Shelby, but Dominic comes and stops her, pushes her to the ground, beats her basically, but that's kind of justified because she's trying to kill her with a kind of axe, I think it was. And then all of a sudden she vanishes. She gets shot a few times, then vanishes, and then right at the end we see her outside going mental, saying that she's gonna win. And then the cult come and we're introduced to the real butcher, and that was like, what the fuck? It's like looking at yourself in the mirror, even though Kathy Bates actually looks nothing like the butcher. And then she said, I'm sorry, I just wanted to be on the show. And then boom, she gets a kind of axe to the head, which is like a kind of badass grand entrance to the show. And something also quite interesting is Matt Miller woke up randomly. You can tell he was in a trance. Went downstairs and said he was waiting for this character who Lady Gaga was playing to come back, and they kind of get into sex, and then Dominic follows him down there, gets Shelby. Shelby sees him, and she's like, get off him, and he's like, she's the reason I came back. And this is where I think that the Lady Gaga character is possessing Shelby, because she smashes Matt's face in worse than Negan did on The Walking Dead. She just took a crowbar and hit him, kind of made the Walking Dead murders kind of look like nothing, pretty much, in my opinion. So that was kind of savage. And then she doesn't really remember doing it. She says she came back for him. She seemed pissed off, but I'm pretty sure she was possessed. But at this moment, Dominic and Shelby do not know that Sydney is dead. So this footage is never really going to get out. So it's really, really interesting. And before the girls, Lee, Audrey, and the person who was impersonating Lee on this program went to try and get out of this. They went into the tunnel, and the Philippe Edward Moat person who Evan Peters was playing was under there, and they shot him 4 times and he got up. So they're basically all realising that this is real and it's not a hoax and not a joke. So whilst this is all happening, they get taken by a kind of group that look like the Porks, who chop the lead character who was in the My Roanoke's leg off, and I presume the Audrey and the real person who Lee was playing ate parts of her body, or else they'll get electrocuted and stuff. So it's fairly kind of gruesome. Probably definitely the most gruesome American Horror Story so far, and this kind of Ryan Murphy twist was worth the wait. But I can see why a lot of people weren't keen towards the season, because they weren't giving you anything. It was kind of mediocre, and now it's gone like a Blair Witch kind of really savage horror story where there's blood, guts, carnage, absolutely everywhere. I mean, I didn't actually look forward to the next episode, but now I'm really looking forward to next Wednesday. No, I watch it on Thursday. Next Thursday, so I can see what happens this week, as next week even, as it's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to find out who's going to be the sole survivor. I mean, my partner did mention that maybe because they think that Shelby is going to go to jail now, so maybe she's the sole survivor and she doesn't tell anyone about what happened. I mean, Dominic kind of hints at that, yeah, you should turn yourself in, you're going to have to go to jail for what you've done. But I don't think it's going to matter if everyone dies and she's the sole survivor. Then it would make sense how she kind of gets away with murder. But I'm pretty sure she was possessed. So I don't think I missed anything. Quite a lot happened. I find this program really hard to review because I like my reviews to be raw. I don't like to write too many notes. So obviously next week's episode we're going to find out more about the real butcher and kind of see who's going to die and how gruesome they're going to make it for a TV show that it's got an 18 rating, so they can go full on epic kind of drama, horror, throw that all in one. So it's going to be quite cool to see what happens. Anyway, like, subscribe and comment. There will be my latest videos appearing here and here, so give them a click if you want, and the subscribe button just there, and comments down below. Love to know what you hear, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.